Everybody, welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. I want to talk about something today that it's probably not going to be a very long video, but it's about Kate Spade, mental illness, depression, and it seems like everybody nowadays wants to take anything that's fucking wrong with you. If your fucking father passed away and you're bummed out, you're depressed. They stick you right in a box. Oh, you have depression. You need medication, right? Or if you say, wow, you know, I've thought about killing myself before. You're mentally ill. You have mental illness. They put you in this box. Everything has to be labeled, and you have to be just fit into this fucking box. The square fucking peg goes in the square hole, right? They don't look at the fucking round peg and try to put it in there. Everything turns into a square peg so you can put it in the square fucking hole. So everybody is just labeled and medicated, and everybody's just fucking pushed off with their medication. They they're this. Listen, Kate Spade killed herself yesterday. Now, she's like a fucking designer, and I know the name. I know the little symbol. It's like an ace of spades. If you showed me something that she designed, I couldn't fucking tell you what it is, but I know the name. And I think most people are like, well, how could she do that? You know, she had everything. Everything. People think because you have money and you have some fame and you have some notoriety and you have people that look up to you that you have everything and you should be fine. Nothing could be further from the fucking truth. You know what I mean? Let's face facts. Like, Kate Spade, when she goes home at the end of the day, all that shit that takes place outside of the house and people love her and all this shit and the fucking money, it's all out there. Whatever the fuck happens in her house, it's just like you and me. When I sit in this fucking house and I make these fucking videos, right? I don't have a clue. I don't have a fucking clue. I go to my gym. Everybody just knows me as Jerry. Like, they don't know me as the fucking guy on YouTube. You know, like, you know, at my other gym, they've known me since I was fucking for 12 years. They don't even fucking pay attention to what goes on YouTube. But when I go to an expo and people start lining up to meet me and stuff, or like yesterday I was in the gym and I was talking to my friend Kia. You guys know Kia. She's been on here before. And a guy walked up to me. He was like, are you Jerry from YouTube? And she just kind of laughed. She was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah. And I talked to him for a few minutes. Like, that, like, you know, you don't realize that none of that stuff really does anything for you, and you don't even pay attention and don't even realize it's going on because you're in your own little bubble. So here's Kate Spade in her own little bubble, and she killed herself. Now, why did she kill herself? So today they came out with some speculation, some information. So they said that her husband left her. Her business she was having problems with business. So I don't really know what that means. And she had taken to drinking, right? So everybody's like, well, you know, drinking and, you know, depressed. She's depressed. Well, they also said that she had been battling mental illness for a couple years. Now, here's the fucking thing. Mental illness doesn't pop up on you all of a sudden like that. Like, usually there's a lot more going on. Like, when your fucking life is great, you're still depressed and have mental illness. It's not only when you're having fucking problems, but what happens is, you know, you get a not clinical, not genetic depression. It's like a reality kind of, what's going on right now is what's causing it, right? Because you don't have the tools to deal with it. But it's not technically depression. Like, it's not like you're never gonna slip out of it. You're gonna kick out of it, right? Like, when my father passed away, my mother was depressed, right? When my grandmother passed away, my mother was depressed. But eventually you get past that. You don't get over it, but you get past it. And you're able to live a normal life and not be, you know, stuck in your house, depressed and freaking out and medicating yourself with, you know, booze and drugs and stuff like that. But, you know, they want to label everybody as one simple thing. Now, the deal is, you know, think about the human brain. The human brain can only fucking handle so much, process so much, deal with so much before it fucking shuts down, right? It absolutely shuts down. If you fucking hit somebody in the right spot, their brain automatically shuts down because those nerves fire and there's too many signals going at once to the brain. It will literally fucking knock you out. I've seen a knockout shot with Guangzhou as well as, there was another one, I think it was Ishinru Karate up in Rhode Island. I had an individual that I knew was really a great instructor up there. And there were double strikes where you'd actually hit him in the shin and the side of the neck at the same time. And the fucking dude would pass out. Because those two nerves at the same time would send a signal to the brain that it can't fucking handle. And the brain shuts down immediately. Anybody that's been in a serious long contest prep has had those things where you're like 10% body fat, but you're killing it in the gym. And your brain thinks it's fucking starving. And it starts to shut down. Like, you're falling asleep on the fucking, you know, driving. You're falling asleep training your clients. Like, your brain needs to shut down. Anything that it can't fucking handle, like, people pass out when they see something fucking crazy. They see someone's arm get chopped off. They go, oh, and they fucking pass out. The brain can't fucking handle it. So now you have a woman with, and they're not fucking depressed. These people are not depressed. They don't have mental illness. This woman, this Kate Spade, has this shit going on in her life. She turns to alcohol, which is a depressant. And there's more and more shit building up in her fucking life that causes her brain to go, I can't fucking handle this. Now, she's at the point where it is so painful, it is so extreme, and it hurts so much that she's like, if I was dead, I would actually feel better. No matter what amount of pain I have to go through to be dead, it's not going to be as bad as this. And that is what makes people make the decision to kill themselves. Not all of them, but some people, they get grouped in as being depressed. Like that, it was that individual that I helped, and people started hopping on me making videos about Jerry is telling depressed people to. No, this kid wasn't fucking depressed. He wasn't depressed one fucking bit. He was hurt. He was fucking hurting from what happened to him. It's not the same thing. And I myself have been right to the edge, like to the fucking edge, seconds away from fucking offing myself more than once. And one time, the pain that I actually felt from knowing that my mother would find my body and it would fuck her up for the rest of her life kept me from doing it. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about what I can handle. I made it about her. A very pivotal point in my life where I stopped thinking about myself and stopped worrying about myself and the pain I was in and thought of someone else. That, I think, really, because we're so focused on ourselves, the pain that we feel and the shit that's going on, and we just focus on ourselves, and us, and the fucking ego takes over, and then you're just like, I just need to be out of pain, fuck everyone else around me, and you just fucking do something drastic, and you don't need to do something drastic. Like, you can learn how to get the tools. You can get into therapy. You can, use short-term medications if you need to. You can get the tools to work on those things so that you can live and then get off the medications, and now you have new tools to deal with stuff. Another time was my dogs. I had Lucky, my English Bulldog, then I had my English Bulldog, Bruno, and Nico. And I realized that, they're not going to be taken care of together in the same way that I'm taking care of them, and all they cared about was me. And I thought, imagine if you dropped them off at the fucking pound, right? You dropped them off at a shelter and you just fucking drove away. In your rearview mirror, they're standing there fucking whining because you drove away and left them, right? This is what I ran through my head. I was like, what's the difference if you kill yourself, you're not coming back either? They don't know that you killed yourself. They have no concept. They just know that you're not there and you're gone. You abandoned them. How the fuck could you do that to them? The dog saved my life at that point. All three of them saved my life at some point due to the fact that I couldn't hurt them. Again, started thinking about something other than myself. And that's when some things really started turning around for me, is that the more I was concerned about myself and thinking about myself and how I felt and stuff like that, the more that you seem to fucking hold on to these things tighter and tighter that are hurting you, instead of letting them go and learning how to fucking cope with them, you just hold on to them and you start compounding more shit because it's more about you, about you, about you. Now, granted, there comes a time when it's about you. And right then, at that time when I was fucking standing there ready to kill myself, it was about me. It's my choice whether I do it or not. And I chose not to based on, I don't want these things to, affect other people, including my dogs, around me in my life. And I chose the route to go get help and start learning how to deal with these things and to get out of my drug addiction. Like, I chose that path, which Kate Spade could have chose. Now, she didn't. Okay, now, the true reason why, we're never going to know. Even if she wrote it in a note, unless you could be inside that person's body and mind and actually feel what they feel, you don't know. I don't give a fuck if you have depression, clinical depression, diagnosed depression, genetic depression, mental. I don't give a fuck what you have. You're not her. You didn't feel what she feels. And there's no way that you can judge her based on what she did because you don't fucking know. Like people that have depression and mental disorders that maybe like, well, Jerry, I did the right thing. Look, I did the right thing too, but I also wasn't clinically depressed. I have genetic anxiety, which is not the same. But the people that are out there that have been clinically depressed that will compare themselves to this individual, we are all individuals. We all feel things differently, although we go through the same things. A lot of people have had businesses fail. A lot of people have had their husbands leave. But Kate Spade, for some reason, was feeling something that maybe we never fucking felt. And for that, I got to sit back and go, I don't understand. It's not that I don't understand why she did it, because I think many people that are depressed and have mental illness understand why she did it, because most of us have thought about it before. But we don't feel what she feels, so we don't understand what she actually felt. So what you feel that brings you to that point is a whole different thing than actually doing it. And whether or not you can learn to deal with that is a whole nother fucking ballgame. This video is actually turning out to be pretty fucking long, but so guys, please do me a favor. If you're one of those people that's gonna fucking, Jerry, you're wrong. I don't give a fuck. You cannot fucking talk to me about something I've been through. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. I'm not asking for a single person's fucking opinion on it. I'm telling you right now what I've been through and what I'm seeing through a clear set of eyes, being outside and not emotionally attached to the individual, what I'm looking at. And many people, honestly, because they have depression, they have mental disabilities, mental disorders, mental health problems, they automatically get riled up about something, get emotionally attached to a person that they don't even know when they go through something because they feel like it's the same thing. Yes, it's the same thing, but you don't know necessarily whether you're feeling the same things that that person felt. So, in closing, guys, I don't know what the answer is. Like, do we have a mental health issue in this fucking country? Absolutely. Do we have mental health issues fucking everywhere else in the world? Fuck yeah, it's just not the same. Societies are just different. Cultures are different, so it's looked at it different. And do we have a problem with depression? Fuck yes. Do we have a problem with fucking suicide? I don't know, because I don't know enough about it. I don't see enough. Do I have friends? Yeah, I have friends. I mean, you guys are going to see the video. Might be up already, might not be, about my friend Joe. Yesterday was 9 years ago that he hung himself. Like, I've been through this shit, and I understand it, like, 100%. I've been through it with my counselors. I understand it. And I also understand that even though we're all the same, we go through the same things, like, this is what you guys don't understand. So, at the end of your life, me, you, every one of us, everyone fucking watching this, right now, I could be like, look, this person has it so much worse off than me, right? They have such worse problems, way worse than me. This person doesn't even have it half as bad as me, right? That's what you can kind of relate to, right? Here's the deal. Every single one of us, by the time we fucking die, on our deathbeds, when we fucking die, every single one of us has had the same amount of fucking pain over a lifetime. The same amount of fucking pain. We are all the same when it comes to that. The difference is some people get to that threshold faster than others. They die earlier. Whether it's suicide, accidents, whatever, we all go through the same amounts of fucking pain. So in one kind of way, we're all related in that way. However, when that person's at the end of their life, like Kate Spade, she's done. I guarantee you by the end of your fucking life, you will have been through just as much pain as she has. It might take you 20, 30 more years to go through it, but it's going to be the fucking same in the end. So judging someone based on what's happening now, I don't think is the right thing. Looking at it and saying, okay, she got to that pain threshold very fucking quickly. I don't want to get there. Okay? Use her as a learning experience. Use her as a tool to learn for yourself that if you're creeping up on something, like, look, here's the deal. I see this shit coming a mile ahead. Let's fucking get to it beforehand. Let's do the fucking help thing. Let's do the, medication if we have to, therapy if we have to, because I got a fucking long life to stretch out there, because you're going to get the pain. It's on its way. Love, pain, pleasure, it's all going to be in your fucking life, right? But if you want to stretch that pain out, help is where you go to make sure that you live a longer life, so that pain is not all condensed in one fucking area and your life ends faster. Get that? It sounds so weird to stretch the pain out, but you're able to deal with things a lot more if they come one at a time than 12 at a time. And the longer you can stretch it out and deal with them one at a time like that, you're learning new tools to deal with those as it comes, which, again, is the key to a long life, healthy-wise, mentally. But unless you get the help you need, it's going to end faster. That's just my personal opinion. It's something that I've watched over and over again. I've not studied, but kind of done research on it and watched, and people around me and things online and people that I know, I talk to them. Like, people will always say, Jerry, you ask me the most fucked up questions. And I'm like, that's because I want to know. I want to know the things that people are scared to ask. I want to know the things that people are embarrassed or they don't want to ask you because they don't want you to think bad about that. I don't give a fuck. I want to learn. You know what I mean? I want to be whatever the fuck it is, 80, 90 years, whatever the fuck it is at the end, knowing that I got there by learning from everything that was going on around me, trying not to make the same mistakes those other people did so I could fucking get to the end and say, let's see, I had a fucking very fulfilling life. I did everything that I wanted to do, or almost everything I wanted to do, and I'm happy. I'm happy I got here, and then go peacefully. That's the goal. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is the blog. It's the, if you gotta go, make sure it's a long time for now, bicep, and we are out.